Hello everybody, welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler and this is Temur Stompy. This is an innovative deck if I've ever seen one, but you know what? I am on board. Now, is this hand good? I don't know, but I do know that we get a curved Cloudfin Raptor here into Avatar of the Resolute. So, as long as, you know, we can draw non-lands, which should be fine. We only play 19 in our deck, including a Dryad Arbor. We'll be okay, I think. Our opponent's Faithless Looting, though, so that's probably not a great sign. Black-red mat. Oh, just Dredge, huh? Okay. All right, well, this is a hand we have here. I guess the play... So this is maybe a little... I'm not sure if this is the right play or not. This is what we're going to do. I'm actually going to fetch the Dryad Arbor here because this maximizes our evolves to put a counter on this. And then we can play the Narnum Renegade with Revolt, and that actually makes our Cloudfin Raptor a 2-3. Now we can follow up next turn with the Avatar of the Resolute, which will itself be a 5-4 reach trampler, but it will trigger the Cloudfin Raptor again, and we'll have Rapid Hybridization. And heck, I might Rapid Hybridize this Dryad Arbor. But given that, oh no, our opponent has main deck Knot of the Bones. Gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard. That's pretty bad for us. Where our opponent is dredging, so we need to be as aggressive as possible, and they're going to tie up the board on the ground. So, as you can see, the old Golgari Thug here. All right, so put a target creature from your graveyard on top of your library. That's just not good, so I don't even mind crashing my stuff into it. What I am going to do, though, is create green mana here and here. Then I'm going to create blue mana, and I'm going to Rapid Hybridize my own Dryad Arbor, as you do, and then play Avatar of the Resolute, which is a 5-4. Now, all of a sudden, we have a 4-5 Cloudfin Raptor, which is good because this Cloudfin Raptor is pretty much going to need to go the distance here. 2 lands in hand, not very good for us. Chart a Course would be nice. Any of the bounce spells or counter magic would be nice. All right, so it's looking like it's beginning for our opponent over there. There's a Prized Amalgam. No Blood Gas, so they have to work a little hard to do it. Third land has arrived, though. This Knot of the Bone's going to be rough. Wow, okay, we get a turn here. Flooding out pretty hard, given that our deck only has 19 lands. But you know what? We'll crash in anyways and see what we can do. We are, at the very least, putting a lot of pressure on our opponent. And heck, they might have to burn the Knot of the Bone just not to die here, because we are coming in for 9, 11, 14 damage. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Well, it's quite a bit, but you know what? Our opponent still ends the turn at 7 life, which is not great for them, and they essentially did nothing there. Now, there is a Conflagrate or Conflagrate, I don't know what it's called, in the graveyard here, and they can do that if they want and discard a bunch of cards to kill some of our board, but you know, I actually have a lot of toughness on these. That main deck, Knot of the Bones, the only reason they're alive, but it's still not a great position for them. They need a big Conflagrate here. But even then, it's only 7. They can only kill 2 of our creatures. So yeah, this actually is not a great position for our opponent. These Prized Amalgams will come into play tapped even. I don't think we have any graveyard hate in our sideboard, so that's probably not a great sign. All right, yeah, it is 7, and they're just going to kill those 2, leaving us 6 damage, which is not lethal. And our opponent has no cards in hand, so let's see if we can draw a Lightning Bolt or something to finish it off here. Fingers crossed for Lightning Bolt. Chart a Course is not a Lightning Bolt, but it could be a Lightning Bolt. It could be anything, even a Lightning Bolt. All right, here we go. Let's find out. It is neither of those things. That said, it's not bad. It's creatures on the board, which is all we really need here. Resilient creatures even. Not so much that it's Experiment 1 right now, but this Young Wolf. So our opponent, I think, is dead. I don't want to say that necessarily in Dredge. I don't know. But they don't have a way to, make a way to make green mana for a Knot of the Bonium if they had it. So our deck has what you might call no graveyard hate. So that's unfortunate. Guess we want the Unified Wills. And Spell Piercers and the Vapor Snags are all good. Everything we have here is good. I'm actually going to cut a land? Maybe? Question mark? Just want to be aggro, especially on the draw here. We basically, our deck needs one land to function a lot of the time. Obviously, we want two, but I think that we're almost certainly not favored here on the draw. I guess I want Magma Spray. Maybe I'm going to cut Ape. Well, I'm getting Apes. I'll cut a Rapid Hybridization. Maybe a Narnum Renegade. I think it's our worst. Sure. Don't really know. I won't lie. I've basically only ever interacted with Dredge on the axis of, do I draw my sideboard hate against you in games 2 and 3? Not, how do I interact with your deck in the fairest way possible? All right, look, never punished. All right, never punished for that mulligan, or that decision to cut a land. That said, this hand might not be good enough. So our opponent actually has a good hand. This hand's not going to be good enough, but hey, we get a Rapid Hybridization out of Young Wolf. Bloodgas and Life from the Loam. That's not the world's best dredger for what it's worth. All right, let's go ahead and run out the Young Wolf. If that's the plan, that's the plan. Next turn, I'll Young Wolf and Rapid Hybridize the Young Wolf, then play Avatar of the Resolute with Lightning Bolt up. Our opponent seems to be popping off here, though. They have Bloodgas in there, so the Amalgams are coming back as well. There's 2 Amalgams. I think we're going to get dredged on out of this one. But hey, I got a Young Wolf. It's actually kind of cool art, too. Dark Ascension. Ol Innistrad. Everything about that block, other than Avacyn Restored, I guess, was just awesome. We know this Unified Will doesn't do anything anymore. Maybe it wasn't even correct to play that. I don't know. I guess we'll get on in there for 2. Maybe the Unified Will... If our opponent didn't have such a good start here, the Unified Will would actually be pretty good in this scenario. But maybe it's not worth it. Maybe we just want to try to aggro them out because we basically can't interact anyways. All right, well, let's go ahead and block a Prized Amalgam here. And then Rapid Hybridization. I guess we Rapid Hybridization this one. So I actually should have done this beforehand, I suppose, so I could have made different blocks. And this puts a fair amount of power into play, I guess, for us. There's 7 power. Our Avatar Resolute's going to be big. Our opponent is just, living the dream here. And they do have the Conflagrate, so this is probably going to kill us next turn. All right, the old Cloudfin Raptor, huh? All right, so we'll go ahead and start things off, I suppose, with the Cloudfin. I mean, we can take 6. We're going to have to make some blocks next turn to try to not die to Conflagrate. So we could take 4, 7 and go to 4, and then we die to Conflagrate. So we're going to have to make 2 blocks next turn. So the Avatar of the Resolute and the Cloudfin are both going to be blocking. Do I want to... I actually don't even want to fetch and give these other Bloodgas haste, so that's the problem here. I guess first things first is we attack with these two. The issue is there's one Bloodghast in the graveyard for our opponent, so if we fetch to actually be able to play both of our things, we're giving them an extra 2 damage. Not to mention... Alright, so is it possible if we just use the Avatar of the Resolute to block an Amalgam, and our guy will have 4 toughness, as well as this to block, then we take the 4 down to 7, and then we have 5... and maybe 5 on the... we'd have 10 on the Crackback, plus a Lightning Bolt. That's not enough. So we actually have to play the Cloudfin here. Alright, well, if our opponent kills us, our opponent kills us. It seems that I am pressed into playing both of these, though. Alright, so we'll pass the turn to our opponent. We have more creatures now. Unified Will's alive. And there's a Narcomoeba. Maybe our opponent doesn't have the lands? More prize amalgams coming to play at the end of the turn doesn't matter because this is the turn that decides the game. Here comes the Life from the Loam. So now our opponent will have the land. There's a Bloodghast with haste. The real problem is the Conflagrate that's going to clear our board and then kill us. It's just a dumb card. Yep. Bring on the team. No fear. I take 6, I go to 2, I die. I block, I die. It doesn't really matter. I guess we don't block. This is the only, literally the only way we possibly have lethal here is to just take that and go to 2. So we're relying on our opponent messing up. Maybe we don't want Unified Will. If our opponent just casts Conflagrate, we are dead. Alright, they've done it, we are dead. Okay, game 3. See what we can do against Dredge here. Maybe the Unified Wills are just too slow. Just try to kill him. I could get him with this Life Goes On, am I right? Tempting. Tempting, but probably not exactly where we want to be. We need a busted opening hand, and you know, sideboard cards that just gain life aren't going to do it. This is a keep though. His hand's not insane, but it's got some stuff going for it. I got rid of it. All right, so I guess I'll just get the basic force here. Might as well save the life. The old Young Wolf beatdown on here. Next time we'll play Stranglerootgeist and just attack for what we can. Pretty good start for our opponent to have Neonate. All right, well let's attack. Both of our creatures are undying at least. Third land might not be the worst. Let's see how good our opponent's first Dredge is here with this Stinkweed Imp. A Narcomoeba and a Conflagrate in the graveyard. Well, it's pretty good. I guess it could be... I don't really know what we want. There's no Amalgams or Bloodghasts in there, so I suppose that's good for us. We really just want to untap. I also think I probably should have fetched a blue so we could hold up more spells. I think I maybe misevaluated there. See if we get burned. Might just die here, may not matter. The game deciding play might be here if they have the Hugs, whatever that card is, Cathartic Reunion. Which they do. Alright, so our opponent had Neonate into Reunion. That's pretty hard to beat. I Guess we don't want them to hit an Archimedes here, but literally the last card was an Archimedes to Rekka, so that's fun. Okay. If they had hit an Archimedes there were no blood gas. We actually would have dodged the amalgams for a turn, and that's really what we needed to do. And I think we're pretty good and dead here. Dredge is awesome. I don't know. Note to self, put some sideboard hate into the deck. Alright, may as well go for the Charter Course. Alright, well, we'll pass the turn to our opponent. We have Spell Pierce up. We have Rapid Hybridization up for our Young Wolf to create a surprise blocker, I suppose. Won't really be doing that, though. I think we just have to try to race. It seems very impossible. Our opponent had, a very good Dredge draw, and we didn't interact. You're supposed to interact with Dredge. That's how it works. No, I don't think we block. Don't think we're winning this game by blocking. Golgari Thug. Yeah, our opponent just has blockers. That's pretty good against us. All right, let's see what we're hoping for here. Wasn't exactly an experiment one, I don't think. All right, so we have Spell Pierce up. It might be good for the Conflagrate that's undoubtedly coming later. There's an Amalgam in the graveyard. There's Dakmor Salvage in the graveyard. So actually all they have here is Dakmor Salvage to dredge with in the draw step, and that's only 2. And we might be able to Spell Pierce something. So maybe we can play defense somehow. If that's the case, I mean, it puts the Thug into the graveyard. Stupid Thug. I just don't really think we have any other choice. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't really think we have a path to winning here. Thug gets to put Neonate on top of the deck even. I guess it doesn't matter if they're dredging. Gets to put the Narcomoeba on top of the deck. Wow, that's pretty busted. Yeah, I don't really think we had any way to win. I think this deck has to have some sideboard interaction to get there against Dredge, and we do not. So yeah, maybe put some, if you don't want to play Relic of Virginitas, maybe put some Tormod's Crypts at least in here so you can do something. And we are very, very dead. Although, to be fair, we're playing a deck with a bunch of creatures on the ground. We're actually basically 0% to beat Dredge ever. So, there's that. We really shouldn't have even been able to steal a game off of them. Their deck is clearly designed to destroy ours. All right, here comes the Life from the Loam. Yeah, we can Spell Pierce the Conflagrate that they go for lethal here, but it's not really going to matter much. Unless they get greedy and throw their whole hand away, I guess. And maybe something crazy happens. We've dealt no damage to our opponent because Dredge is incredibly good at just stopping this sort of shenanigans we have going on here. All right, Cloudfin Raptor. I don't think you're going to be good enough here. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, well, good game. Yeah, got Dredged out. Note to self, play Graveyard Hate. Thanks for watching, everyone.